So I bought a Greenworks um, riding mower, an 80-volt CRT 428. It is pretty much the same as a CRT 426, a 60-volt riding mower. But when you get it and you assemble it based on the instructions that came with the skid that everything came with, they tell you that you can just put the steering wheel on and the seat and charge the batteries and drive off, and you can do that. But in the operator manual, where it has the maintenance things that you should do to maintain your new lawnmower, it mentions that you need to add oil to the gearbox, which is on the rear of the lawnmower, and you can't get to it when the cover is on the back, and the metal part that they call the mounting plate is in there and on the machine. And the only way to get to the oil fill plug, which is right there, is by taking those two things off. Now, I was told that they probably shipped it without any oil in the gearbox, but there was a little bit. Not enough, but a little bit. So anybody that buys one of these mowers and assembles it and thinks all you have to do is just drive it around, if you do not add oil to the gearbox, and you can do it yourself if you remove the mounting plate and the bucket, you'll protect your drive shaft, which is below there, and you will prevent yourself having to spend a lot of money fixing it once the gears break and disintegrate on you, because you didn't put enough oil in it, and nobody did it at the factory, and nobody at the sales place told you about it. So I'm telling you, this is a good thing to do. It's in the operator manual, but it's a very small part of the operator manual. And if you read it, it takes 130 milliliters of gearbox oil. It's supposed to be 85 W90. I used 90. I think that's good enough, but they tell you that you need to take it in, and after 50 hours of operation, change the oil again, and then it's good for 200 hours. So if you do that, I think you'll save yourself a lot of time fixing or keeping your wonderful lawnmower from falling apart. And I just wanted to let you know that. I'm going to be putting, now that I've put the oil in the fill plug that I can now get to because I removed those two items, I'll be putting those things back. The cool thing is you only need a metric screwdriver to remove the screws that hold the mounting plate and the bucket in place. That's all you need. Because once you get those out, you can use an adjustable wrench to get the fill plug off the top, which you can then get to. But if you don't remove these two items, you can't get to the fill plug, and it doesn't do any good to drain anything that's in there unless you can get in and put new oil in. So just a tip to you people that buy the Greenworks 80 volt or 60 volt crossover T riding mower from Greenworks, unless you do that. So it's not a put the seat on and the steering wheel on and you're ready to go kind of a thing. You need to make sure you have oil in your gearbox, and that's it. I hope this helps save people a lot of trouble. Those who bought and didn't know that or weren't told that, you need to know this. I went to several places that sold the Greenworks riding mower, and even they did not know that this needed to be done. I was given the name and the number of a repair guy or a service guy that was supposed to be authorized by Greenworks to work on their lawnmowers. And when I called him up, he'd never worked on one yet, and he had no idea how to get to the gearbox. So once I figured this out, I decided I didn't need that guy. I can do it myself. And you can too, if that's what you do. It's a nice machine when you drive it. Thank God I only drove it once to mow the lawn before I went back and reread the operator manual and realized that I needed to fill the gearbox up with the appropriate oil so that it would not fall apart on me over time. It would heat up and just fall apart. So do that, folks, and save yourself a lot of time and money. Okay? Thank you.